Hello there, and welcome to Underground Radio. On April 24th, 1989, Black Sabbath released their album Headless Cross. The album would feature vocalist Tony Martin, and this would be the second album he had done with Sabbath. It would also include new drummer Cozy Powell, who's played in bands such as Rainbow, Whitesnake, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. The song When Death Calls features a guitar solo by Queen guitarist Brian May. Headless Cross is my favorite album of the Tony Martin era. The title track Headless Cross, Devil and Daughter, When Death Calls, Kill in the Spirit World, those are definitely my favorite tracks off the album. The last two tracks, Black Moon and Nightwing, are also really good songs. Going back to the first album featuring Tony Martin, released in 1987, The Eternal Idol, was an album that it was amazing that it even got made. There were so many issues, so many different musicians coming in and out of the band. Ray Gillen, who had recorded all the vocals for the album, ended up leaving the band. And then Tony Martin was hired to come in and he re-recorded all the vocal parts. I mean, the list of people on the album, Jeff Nichols on keyboards, Dave Spitz, Bob Daisley did bass parts, Bev Bevan percussion, Eric Singer drums. Even with all that, it still turned out to be a good album. The Shining, excellent song, first track. Ancient Warrior is another one of my favorites off that album. Nightmare was a track that was originally written for A Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Didn't actually make it on the soundtrack. And then the title track, Eternal Idol. The third album with Tony Martin on vocals, Cozy Powell still on drums, brought in new bassist Neil Murray, who had previously played in Whitesnake and other bands. Tear, the first track, On a Monday, is one of my favorites. Track 2, The Lawmaker, is pretty good. Track 3, Jerusalem, is another favorite track of mine. Track 4, The Sabbath Stones, good song, heavy. Track 5, 6, and 7. So 5, The Battle of Tyr, 6, Odin's Court, and 7, Valhalla, all go together. The Battle of Tyr and Odin's Court are like prelude songs to Valhalla. Track 8, Feels Good to Me. I think it was just more of they needed a single for the album, so they released this song. It's kind of like a ballad song. And then rounding out is Heaven in Black. The fourth album, Cross Purposes, which came out in 1994, saw some lineup changes. New drummer Bobby Rondinelli on it, bringing in original Black Sabbath bassist Geezer Butler. Rondinelli played drums for Blue Oyster Cult, Rainbow, and also Quiet Riot. With the addition of Geezer Butler on bass, I was really excited about this album when it first came out, and for some reason it just doesn't quite mesh like the other albums for me. I think it falls a little short. There are some good songs. Eyewitness, Cross of Thorns I really like, Psychophobia, Dying for Love it's an excellent song. Evil Eye is interesting. Tony Iommi and Eddie Van Halen were hanging out. Eddie had done a solo for this song, and it's not on the album. Tony Iommi actually does a solo, but Tony did say that he does have a recording of Eddie Van Halen's solo on this. Hopefully that'll see the light of day sometime. Cross Purposes Live came out in 1995. It was a CD and video double pack. So yes, it was a CD and then a VHS of the concert. I think it's the only live concert official with Tony Martin on vocals. It's a good mix. It's a good album. It's a really good live set. Excellent quality for the time. Okay, for the last of the Tony Martin album eras, 95, is Forbidden. And that brings back drummer Cozy Powell. I would say for most people is the weakest of the Tony Martin era, and maybe the weakest of all Sabbath albums. The first track, The Illusion of Power, has a little segment that features Ice-T, which is interesting. I do like songs like I Won't Cry for You, Rusty Angels, the title track Forbidden, and my favorite song, Kiss of Death. Those are actually really good songs, and I think with a better mix, which Tony Iommi said he has done, that it will be a better sounding album. So it'll be interesting to see how that sounds. Tony Iommi has also mentioned that after they've been releasing the Dio remasters that have just recently come out, and also the Black Sabbath with Ozzy. They did Volume 4, Sabotage, is coming out, I think, in June, which will be really cool. After all that is done, Tony Iommi has mentioned that there is going to be a box set of the Tony Martin releases, which is really good because a lot of this stuff is out of print and hard to get, and it'll be really cool to have these in a box set. I think it's such an overlooked and underrated part of Black Sabbath's history. If you like Tony Martin as a vocalist, you might want to check out Misha Calvin on the Evolution album. Tony Martin does vocals on 5 of the tracks on that. He also was, I think the other bands were the Cage and the Gintini Project, if I'm saying that right. Not really sure, but I might want to also check those out. So that's my review of the Tony Martin era, and let me know in the comments, have you heard of the Tony Martin era? Do you like the Tony Martin era? Is Tony Martin your favorite vocalist for Black Sabbath? That's all I have for today. Have a great day, and I'll see you next video.